Lunatics, welcome back here to the Luna Galaxy channel. We're happy to have you. Now, if you're not officially a lunatic, there's only one thing that you have to do to get there. Hit that sub button, notify with that bell so you don't miss any of the next videos. But of course, go ahead and get this video a thumbs up because we're going to have an awesome new series called the Versus Challenge. So there's a lot of games that are similar to one another, and we always have that deciding factor. Which one do I get? They're very similar, but also have very different situations. So we're going to be looking at two games that work under a little bit of lying and a little bit of trying to survive. We have Among Us and Deceit. Now, of course, even looking at the first pictures of these two games, you already tell that they're very different. One is very colorful, one is very dark, to say the least. So that right there can have a deciding factor for you. We'll start with Among Us. It was released back in November in 2008. You can find this in Steam for $4.99. So it is under $10, so that's always a plus for the game. It is online, it's a PvP, but what's also good about this game is you can actually play cross-platform with those on phones and on tablets. It is free on the phone and tablet, but like I said, it is $4.99 on Steam. I personally haven't fully played it on my phone yet. I don't play a lot of games like this on my phone. I can only imagine the mechanics may be a little wonky, but I can't talk about that because I've never played. So this game was developed and published by Inner Sloth. It is a casual PvP co-op game where the idea is you have imposters and you have crewmates. You can also play local play when Among Us as well. So you can have up to 10 players all together, and then you can also choose how many imposters you want to play. So while you have your imposters, which you don't know until the start of the game, as well as the crewmates. Now, in the beginning of the game, it tells you to shh and just be quiet. But we made this game a little bit more fun, and I played with some of my fellow friends. Shout out to T-Mart32, Creature of Valor, DJ Nerd, and Sean the Saw. They are fellow streamers. If you want to check them out, they will be linked down below. Please give them a follow. I respectfully respect each and every one of them as a streamer and the different games they like to play. We also had my friend Alton joining us for some laughs and some fun as well. So as you have the option to pick how many people are in the game, we always opt for 10. It makes it more fun. And yes, we were on the comms because, I mean, we want to try and be sneaky.
It's so hard, like, you have to play with 10 people through voice comms, that way you can read people a lot easier. It's so hard to, like, read people that are typing.
But then also talk to one another and pretty much state our case. So when you're playing with randos, the only option you have is to type in chat. Now, you can never understand someone through chat, as we've known through text and social media, when they're being serious or when they're not. When you play with a group of friends, you can actually hear, and you're close with them, you can kind of try to determine, okay, are they lying? Are they telling the truth?
I'm not gonna fix the lights. I'm just gonna keep going with that.
Oh,
report.
Ooh, I was gonna say it was dark green, but never mind.
Where were you, F4? Where were you? Because I've seen both of you and the green do walk upstairs together.
Yeah, where were you,
know,
Red?
like the little white part where it comes together and then it goes up.
Oh.
Nah, it's you also.
We have a sus. Are they being sneaky? But even then, it's really different when you put yourself in these quick situations. You don't want to find yourself by yourself because you don't know who it is. That makes it even more scarier. But even though with it being cute, it still gets your anxiety pumping a little bit. So the option of the game is, if you're a crew member, you are to run around and do these different tasks. You want to do the tasks to get your spaceship to be able to take off and win the game. If you are an imposter, you are to kill, sabotage, and not get caught. Because then crewmates can see you if you kill someone. So they can instantly either do an emergency red button or wait until someone finds the body and reports it. Now, the tricky thing about that is the person reporting the body an imposter or honestly just doing a good deed. So you have to speak that case as well. And also you have to know your surroundings. Did anyone come out of the room while you were doing it? Did someone see you walk up to the body and they think maybe you're self-reporting? There's a lot of things that go into it, and then you try to state your case. My heart pounds just thinking about it.
What are we doing?
All right, reactor's good.
Just waiting for somebody to like pop out of the vent.
All right, Preacher, do you still have to go up top?
All
right, reactor's good.
Just
Preacher, you! Oh my god!
I don't
And
know.
I killed white too. Right in front of
You when did you kill in front of me? I will say that while you're waiting for games, this game has been very popular, so it takes a while to get people in the games. They have updated it recently because before, when everything was full, you would actually just get kicked out of the game. So that wasn't really fun when you really wanted to play the game, but you just couldn't start a match, or you couldn't even join a match. But it seems like it has gotten better, but the wait time is still a little high. So when you hit the full 10 or whatever number you have it on, you can go ahead and play the game. Now, if you do happen to get killed as a crewmate, you can still float around and help do your task to help your fellow teammates out. There is a separate ghost chat, and there's a different crew imposter chat. So, I don't know if the imposters have their own chat. I haven't noticed that, but they are in the chat with everyone else, but the ghosts cannot chat at all while they're dead floating around. They can chat with each other, but they can't chat with anyone else to give away who the killer is. So on the Apple app, it is rated 4.2 out of 5 stars. On Steam, it is rated 9 out of 10. So Among Us is getting a lot of headway. I think because it has a lot of the cross-platform aspect, it's a cheaper game, it's not gory, it's not anything hard to do. It's actually pretty easy, and a lot of different age ranges I feel could play this game. But because some of the killings are a little out there, I would probably watch and make sure maybe younger kids maybe don't play this game. But as a whole, I do enjoy it, and it is a lot of fun. So when you are an imposter, a little bit more onto this, you can run around and actually sabotage things, because your goal is you don't want these crewmates to actually finish anything on the ship. So you run around sabotaging things, killing crew members, and even if you die or get voted off...
Are you just gonna vote yourself? Vote yourself.
Yeah,
That would be funny.
You do whatever your heart desires. As a imposter, you can still stay while you sabotage things. So no matter what, if you're a ghost, stay in the game and help the gameplay. Either help your other imposters or help your other crew members. And the imposters can use vents, but be careful because there are cameras. Someone might be watching you.
He's basically showing you can tell if someone's doing it.
Oh, I know that. Duh.
I just seen it. It was yellow. Yellow just killed him. Yellow just killed him near it.
On a camera, you can also adjust how far you can see. So sometimes imposters can see a lot further than crewmates can. So keep that in mind too. So you want to know your surroundings. If you are an imposter, watch out for the cameras. Make sure no one's with you. Another thing to add in this game is that while you're waiting for a game to start, you can actually go in and make yourself a little cute. You can pick out which color you want. There's only one color per each member. Then you can also add a hat, an outfit, and for a little extra money around the $2 range, you can add some little pets to make it a little bit more fun and cute for you. And sometimes it's easier to pinpoint who's who. So while you're in the chat, like I said, there's actually no voice chat in the game. You're all completely typing. And so that kind of gets away from being a little bit more toxic. I know the chat is really good on blacking out words that probably are not suitable for the game, so that's appreciative. But again, if you come across anything really toxic name-wise, or you're seeing those asterisks pop up a little too often, it's something that I would report, just to keep the game more fun and those type of situations out of a fun-packed, cute game. So going on to Deceit. Deceit is definitely more of a mature game. Just by looking at it, you can tell that it's very, very scary, dark, gloomy, and there are monsters involved. So in Deceit, it was released on March 3rd, 2017. It is a free game on Steam. Online PvP. It has special achievements. You have trading cards that you can earn, and there's in-app purchases. You can use a controller on this game. It does have remote play also for phone and tablet. That is something that I don't know if it was new to the game recently or it was there when I got it back last year. I don't remember it being there, but let me know down in the comments if it has always been there. It's just something I missed. Most of the DLC for this game is $4.99, so if that's something that you want to add on to this game, that's completely up to you. But it being free, that kind of takes a lot of the cake for me. This is an action, free-to-play indie game. It is created by developer and publisher Baseline. It has a Steam rating of 9 out of 10. So, again, this game is another high-rated game, and probably a lot of people don't know about it. If you're along the lines of these type of games, then it's probably something that you come across from. So, you have 6 players that go into this game, and there's at least a third of you that are going to be infected. So you have the innocent and you have the infected. The innocents are the one that's running around getting weapons, getting syringes, getting things to find who the infected is. But then you also have those that are infected. Now the infected killers are the ones who run around drinking blood bags. I feel like I was just in this room.
I'm not sure if that was the sound of a gulp or if I was just hearing things, but I possibly heard a gulp.
Where are you?
I'm in the same room as Lisa.
I am Lisa. I didn't hear anything.
It was like right here.
Oh, I didn't hear anything, so.
I heard it when I was in here, but this one is still not like.
Yeah, that one's gone, but I had just run in the room, so I didn't hear anything. These blood bags can trigger little situations if you're a nurse, doctor, or kind of deal with those kind of things. So that right there makes it a little bit more gory. So the gist of the game is you want to try and get to that final stage to find the exit door or exit hatch with each other. The infected can only turn into their demonic forms when the lights go out. When the lights go out, you either want to stay grouped up because everyone can see everyone, or do your best to find all of the fuses individually and just keep talking to one another so everyone knows everyone's whereabouts.
I was near DG Preacher, so it's not DG.
I was with Preacher, so us 3 are good.
I revived
Okay,
Alex.
so it was Lisa and Preacher are not it.
Infected's in front of me. It was me and who was it? And yes, I said talking. There is an in-game chat, but there's also voice comms. It's push to talk, so you'll get any and every type of situation in this game. When I played this game last year, it was beyond toxic. I only played it a couple times without fellow friends because you never know who you're going to get in there. The names are very outlandish, now just wild. Definitely a mature game. But you get those people in there and they will say and speak anything they want to. So keep in mind of that if that is a trigger for you. There is no way to mute them that I've seen. And also you have to talk and discuss. It's another form of discussing who was where, who did what, who did you see here, what did you hear? Because you can also hear when someone drinks a blood bag. But then it's up to you to decide which direction it came from. Are you gonna announce it? Because then they'll think it's you, maybe trying to inflict a couple things here and there. So that's the only downfall I feel for me, that you just never know who you're going to get in a game. Are they going to make it this a good game, make it a bad game, or actually want to work with you? So keep that in mind as well. So you have matches, like I said, that you have to join in and play. You start out, it'll tell you beginning of the game if you're innocent or infected, and then you start gathering things. Like the shotgun, you usually have to do together to get it and decide who's going to get the shotgun. There's a camera and flashlights that will blind the infected. So you can't kill an infected while it's dark, but you can at least immobilize them where they start somewhere else in the match. And if you saw them, you can let your team know, hey, I saw so-and-so infected, they're down, they got back up. So when you get all of your fuses in, you have to hurry on to the next scene. So there are steps and there's a little indicator that's yellow that shows you where to go to exit to the next level. If you don't make it, you could be killed by gas or from being outside in the cold. So on top of that, there's a timer for you to get from point A to point B. Now, there's other things that you have to take into mind. Who's staying behind to possibly drink blood while everyone else makes it? Or can I even make it to the next destination without dying myself? Once you die, you are taken out of chat, so you can either stay and watch the game or go ahead and exit and keep on going to the next one. If you're in a group with people and they're still playing, you can either stay and watch or exit, but then you can't start a new match or you'll be forced to leave the party. You can vote for each other.
Alright, I'm testing Mark.
use the scanner.
He's a trainer, he's infected.
Sit down, buddy.
Bye!
Okay, that's one of them.
If you want to get credit points and stuff like that. You can customize your characters, but these things get a little pricey. You have to buy in-game purchases to get these different looks. Each character has different outfits. You can also customize your infected character. The only downfall is, one, I haven't figured out how to buy any of this stuff. I probably think it's in Steam. And two, they do also have like a Game Pass situation where you can unlock things, and sometimes you can get stuff there to unlock your characters. The one downfall I don't like about this, even when you decide to pick a character, when you start the match, it still might start you out as someone else. If you're playing for hours and you're switching characters every 5 seconds, you start to forget who's who and even who you are. I even had that problem. I said I was Rachel, and then I found out I wasn't Rachel at all.
Nope.
I was actually Alex. So I was like calling someone out thinking it was me, but it wasn't me, and I think they ended up being infected anyway, but I'm not sure. That's the one thing I don't understand. Why do we have to pick a character when it's going to give us whoever we have? Maybe it's because someone else has a character and they just do eeny, meeny, miny, mo. I'm not really sure there. So with being Deceit, the attacks are a little bit gory. It gets right in your face every time you get attacked. So you see the infected creature attacking you. I just put my camera away. Son of a... I literally just put my camera away. Every time. It doesn't really show like the gore or anything in it. A little bit. But it can be a little disturbing after a while. So if there's a time that, say, you saw someone drink blood, you tell your crew and you find them. The only way to vote them out is to pretty much shoot them or stab them until they're down. So if I see you infected and you don't get me and I tell the crew I can shoot you, you'll be down, and then there needs to be so many votes until they actually vote you out. If no one else shoots you or stabs you, you can get back up, and now you're going to be on my tail. So in a sense, you pretty much have to kill a person to get them out of the game, compared to Among Us, to where you just click a vote button and they're kicked out. So that's a split difference on whether you want to be a nice kick out or a deathly kick out. Another thing is, if you are not talking in a private chat, say like Discord, with the people you're playing with, when you are infected in Deceit, you actually have a separate chat bar that you can talk to your other infected people. So you have a normal chat box with everyone, and then you and the infected can have your own chat box. So that's really nice if you want to discuss things like, hey, I see so-and-so up here. Don't go up to that blood bag. Maybe go to the one further on the other side of the map. I don't see anyone there. So that's kind of handy to work with teamwork. I think that's a little fun. But when you're playing with your friends and two of you or three of you are infected, it's kind of hard to discuss that back and forth with one another. I don't know if the physical chat has a separate one, but I will say, as a whole, this game is a lot of fun. If you like a little bit more of horror, gore games, and a little bit more suspense and more adult-like, Deceit would be a good game for you. And the other aspect is that it's free. We all love free. If you don't like it, just uninstall it, and nothing lost, nothing gained. Maybe just a few hours of playing to try and decide if you like it or not. So as a whole, we have Deceit, that it has PvP. Among Us has PvP. Deceit has a range of different stream achievements, stream trading cards, and in-app purchases, and little things that you can do to make your game a little bit more fun and a little bit more one-on-one personal. Among Us does have a selection of different type of characters and colors you can choose, and it also has a small little in-app purchase that you can add little hats, animals, and other things, and pets. Among Us is really nice to be able to play co-op with people on phones and on tablets, and then also Deceit has remote play for phones and tablets. So in a sense, they both have a section for free. I haven't done remote play. I know sometimes that really depends on your connection, if you're working with that, but there's that little situation there too. Deceit does have $4.99 DLC to add to it of different things, and they have been doing a little bit of seasonal things last time when I played, so I'm excited to see what they do for this year as well. Both games have really amazing ratings. Like I said, Deceit has a 9 out of 10 rating on Steam. Among Us has a 4.2 out of 5 on in-app Apple purchase, and a 9 out of 10 on Steam. So they're both equally voted really high games. I guess it kind of comes down to, what are the style of games that you like? Do you like more cutesy, maybe less of an anxiety twister? Or do you like Deceit that is definitely more mature, gore, and you're gonna get a lot more adult interaction out of that. If I missed anything between these two games, please comment down below your pros and cons of one of both. Have you played both of the games? Have you only played one or the other? Which one are you pulling towards? Are you interested in? Personally, like I said, $4.99 isn't bad for a game to play. It is highly, highly popular right now. There's a ton of people, ton of streamers, even just normal gamers that have love playing this game, and it's a lot of fun. Deceit, I actually haven't seen as many people playing it. Usually when I mention it, people have said, yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah, kind of. But not that many people, I think, have pulled towards it. So that was actually kind of a shocker for me. I enjoy both games. I think my final vote is Among Us. Among Us, I feel, is a little bit more smoother, a little bit faster to understand, a little bit better to navigate. That's personally me. Yes, like I said, the game Deceit is free, so if you don't like it, just delete it later. But I think everyone that I played with, we've actually had a lot more luck with playing Among Us. A lot more people can play. We can control how many of us are playing. If there's just 6 of us and we don't want any randoms, we can put just 6, and then we can pick how many imposters we want. I don't know. My vote is gonna go for Among Us on this one. Like I said, I equally like both the games, but I will probably be playing Among Us a lot more than I probably will be with the Deceit. So let me know down in the comments what is your vote, and we'll have a lunatic first ever versus battle score. I'll post it over on Twitter. It is linked down below. Let me know your thoughts, concerns on either games, and I'll see you next time. This is Luna, Galaxy out.